What is Internet of Things? Pretend that years ago, when the internet first came out, that it was called the Internet of People. It wasn't, but it could have been called the Internet of People. Well, we have the Internet of People, where people were connecting to the internet, and then we had the Internet of Computers, where we had computers and devices that were connecting to the internet. And I think as the technology matured, it became a great idea for us to talk about how to use devices that are connected to the internet that do things, tasks perhaps, simplified process, or just yell at us about something that there's no paper in the printer. That's the Internet of Things. We think about if your car had the opportunity to send you an email or a text message or some sort of communication that said, it's time for an oil change. Now, you know at 3,000 miles you got to change the oil in your car. Everyone knows this, but you don't always have the time to do that. So perhaps it sent you an email that says, hey, you're coming up on 3,000 miles this week and time to change your oil. Maybe you can plan around it. Maybe you're not a car person and you want that message to go to your mechanic, who automatically responds and says, I can see you on Tuesday morning. Wouldn't that be great? That is what the Internet of Things can do for us. Now, in our manufacturing firm, there's some really interesting things. You've got these big machines who are printing and cutting and scribing and doing everything else to your raw materials. Well, those machines require maintenance. And those machines may have to, every 4,000 RPM, 40,000 RPM, I don't know, they have to change out the flywheel gasket. So perhaps the Internet of Things would tell you that. It would tell you that you're coming up on your 40,000 RPMs, so you have to change your flywheel gasket. Perhaps it's telling you that we're looking for a specific spec as we're carving out our pieces or making our plastic or whatever we're generating out of our raw materials. And in this case, what we want to do is we want to know when we're outside of spec or outside of spec. Maybe we won't know that until the end of the job in our typical pace, but now with our Internet of Things, these little sensors all over the machine that can report back to you. That's what we're talking about now with Internet of Things. We're talking about devices letting us know when something hits spec or when a sensor goes off. What happens if the machine notes when it has too much power, not enough power. These are things that we don't know about and are sort of working in the background until the Internet of Things comes out. Now, here's the other thing. The Internet of Things is not something that you buy. You don't go to your manufacturer and say, I'd like to buy that Internet of Thing device. Most of the time, these Internet of Things with these little sensors, let's call them sensors, exist in the machine. All you have to do is turn it on, or you have to plug it into the network, or you have to go and configure it, right? That's what happens most of the time. It's just like buying a piece of accounting software or an ERP application where you're buying the program for a reason to help you manage your business better. And there's 1,001 switches. And right now, when you first buy the program, you turn on 12 of them. And then as time goes on, you up a couple of more. Well, the Internet of Things, or these sensors, just have to be configured. Now, can you take this machine with its network cable and just plug it into your network and be done? I mean, it'll work. Is it secure? No. Do we know what it's actually communicating and to who? No. So we really want to apply some IT concepts here. We want to make sure that the device is plugged in to a network that maybe is separate from all of your other computers and printers and servers. Maybe it's different and hidden away from your HVAC system. Maybe it doesn't talk to your wireless network or your door readers or your camera system. We want to put this on its own network. Why? Because we want to have this network do one thing and one thing only, which is have the sensor in this machine talk to the internet or talk to your floor supervisor's machine to let him know that you're running out of spec. To summarize, Internet of Things is just sensors that will tell you one or two things at a clip. 2, we want to make sure that we configure them. How much technology do you have in your office that you're not even taking advantage of today? Let's make sure we turn these sensors on and we know what they're doing. And the third thing, sort of technical, we need to make sure that these devices are locked down specifically to a network that is just for them. We don't want them crawling over and talking to all other devices. Look forward to talking to you again. Thanks.